Welcome to 1859 Bel Air Road. If you will, join us on a journey of a masterful engineering feat. In Bel Air, California, where Hollywood luminaries and the world's elite have called home for over 100 years. If you really want people to see this house, you've got to get them to experience it with all their senses. That was part of the design.
I just love this home, and I am so excited to be representing it together with my partner Zach Goldsmith and Aaron Kerman. Well, when I walked into this property at 1859 Bel Air Road, automatically my first impression was just wow. And the moment you walk in through that front door and it pivots and you see that curved glass with the bent steel going down that hallway with such beautiful wood, it just automatically brings you into this house, and it kind of sets the tone for what's going to reveal as you walk through the entire home. One of my favorite features of this house is the staircase. The staircase is a floating circular staircase that is architectural masterpiece. It brings you down from the upper level into the primary level, where most of your entertainment is going to happen. That's where your kitchen is, your living room. It has multiple sitting areas, and the quality of construction is absolutely fantastic. It's so new and so trendy on its interior design and architecture. Generally speaking, when you see a house like this, which is a modern home, sometimes it doesn't have great flow and it doesn't feel warm. And this house has it all. It has warmth, it has amazing flow, amazing volume, really great ceiling heights on all of the levels, and a beautiful indoor-outdoor flow to the pool, an amazing grassy area with a bar that is just absolutely perfect for entertaining.
So I think the intent of this house from the beginning was to really allow it to unfold. You know, as you would enter, you would be surprised by different elements at every time. And I think the biggest kind of challenge that we had because of the topography and everything was to create the main living spaces and the pool, you know, at the same level. A lot of these type of projects, that becomes a big challenge. And I think here we achieved creating this sort of a very floating pool over there that kind of overlooks the scenery and the vast views that we have of the hillside and the ocean. And I think we achieved that by taking everything like step by step and allowing things to unfold. The other space that kind of surprised us in the way that it came out was the primary bedroom and its primary closet. And I think other than the sort of cabinetry from Polyform that kind of brought in the beautiful elm wood and the leather, and it's kind of, again, how the roof and the skylight and sort of the curving vaulted ceiling above it and everything, I think it came out kind of surprisingly different than we expected again. One of the challenges with some of these humongous houses has always been the fact that you have to kind of feel that you're in a very cozy kind of a homey place, and that is almost impossible to create. And I think in this case, by creating these sculptural elements, these shelving elements, these kind of textural walls, the fireplaces, the separations, the steps, the level changes, and so sort of the connection of the indoors and outdoors, you really don't feel like this is a 20,000 square foot house. You really feel like it's like a very sort of a homey, kind of a cozy kind of an environment. And I think that's something that we feel like we achieved here. But hopefully it's really the architecture and the way that it kind of like sets itself apart from the other projects that are around town.
When I do these kind of projects, I bring my personal, touch to it. So you're here attached to this project for 3.5 years. So in the process, I designed a rug collection inspired on the architecture. I designed also with you see it in every single space in the house, obviously, and we named them, the collection is called Straight Lines and Expected Curves. And I designed also the lighting collection, and some of the indentations in the lighting collection, I sort of like got it from the arches that walk you through the master bedroom. So we titled the collection Gusto, which means pleasure in Spanish. What's beautiful about the Gusto collection is that it has a retro look. It can look vintage, yet it can be very futuristic as well as the architecture of the house. So that combo, which is something that I do in my designs a lot. I love to bring the old with the new. I love to mix both. I think when you're able to embrace both, and if you do it well, you can actually execute a very beautiful, design. And so that was the idea with the lighting collection. Pierre Bonafil is a Parisian artist that I love Pierre because he is a tender soul and a fantastic artist. He's the main artist for the Cartier stores worldwide. And so when he found out that I was doing 1859, I say, Pierre, I would love to have your bronze series, which is also the gold pigmentation, and the Cortex series that is inspired on the little beetle. He went to Africa for quite some time, and then he did the collection that is called the Cortex. So, and so the relationship always remains very strong. And I love to, when I fall in love with someone that I know they're super talented, I always love to use them to see what's new, what do you have in the plate, show me. And then I just keep going with them.
I was lucky enough to already have a few visits in the house, and the architecture is magnificent. Can't even talk enough about it. The furniture and the lighting, everything just works so well with what we had here. So to take everything in, kind of think about certain artists that I thought would go well with, and then I would then seek out where I'm going to get the certain works and with certain colors that'll work in different areas. And this was a timely process. We wanted to do it right and not rush to just getting decorative art up, but to get the right art. When you want a house to feel like a home, you have to make sure that you're comfortable looking at everything, walking around, feeling things, and letting your eyes do all the talking. Every time you're going to look at some of the abstract works that are in here, you're going to see something different every single time, especially different times of the day with different lights. It's going to make you feel good.
They did a masterful job in making mass scale feel so comfortable. That, to me, completes the story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. This museum-type quality property with soaring ceilings and vast spaces feels so comfortable, and it feels like you're at home.